have to close your eyes. It's not so hard. Being rich is no disgrace. To find a buyer for you. Put on your shoes and join the race. When money talks, it has a very soothing voice. You're under its spell. It's up to you to make the choice. But what do you have when there's nothing left to sell?
Hello, everybody. This is Finding My Audience. I'm Alan Strickland Williams. You're the audience. That was Tom Lair with Selling Out. It's August 7th. It's Wednesday. It's 8:52 p.m. I don't know how hot it is. I don't care. A lot to talk about right up top. Yes. Did it come out on Monday this week? No. No, Your Honor, it did not. But that's okay. It's the 13th episode. Kind of unlucky episode, honestly. I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I just was busy last week. Work really picked up a little bit, just like enough to where it just ruined my entire life. Does that ever happen to you? When work is manageable, everything's fine. When it is just too much, everything goes to shit. Like immediately, everything. And I got lucky. I had some good shows to do. I got to do the store mic. I got to do a show there that weekend as well. Saturday shows were great. It was a fun time. And then I tried to socialize over the weekend. This is so much work. And speaking of too, when I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I want to do it. And that felt fine. It felt fine to do that. I realized, you know what, if it comes out every week ish, I think that's good. I like that. And then also, what I was going to say is, because I think we're rocking with maybe 6 or 7 Patreon members right now. Because I'm gonna basically kind of pivot everything around these people because they're important to me. They're the most important people in my lives, actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it weekly, and then I'm going to get it up to them first for early access, and they'll probably have it for like 12 hours or so, and then I'll release it. It was making the weekend suck because it was just like homework. And I was like, you know what? If I feel like I have to have it out Monday on the dot, it's just going to ruin every weekend. I don't want to do that. You don't want me to do that. Then it's mopey Al in here talking about this week, and we don't want that. I'm in a good mood. I am pretty pissed because I got this mixer. I was fucking around with it last week. I was playing around with it. I'm learning it. I'm doing drops. I've got some fun drops lined up. And then today when I finally do sit down and get everything ready, it's just not working. Like literally just it'll turn on and then turn off. I don't know what the deal is. It was working totally fine when I was messing around with it for like an hour or two earlier, and then today it's just crapping out. So I opened a ticket with road support to deal with that. So this is my life. But we get that out of the way. That's what's going on with the pod. Thank you for sticking with me. And I do got to say too, I was in such an awful mood, like ready to go down to directly to the gun store. And instead I was just like, just do it the old way, use the rules. This is why we write the rules. I did not look at the rules before I did everything, but I did do that. That's fine. I don't have a knife, but I don't think I need one. And I brought water. Yay. Okay. So I did all that. Yay. Good job. But I was just so upset. And then while I'm setting things up to do things the old way, we got a new Patreon member. So welcome, welcome to the party, Gary Clown Penis. Sorry, Gary Clown Penis. That seriously made my day. So thank you for joining. And then for I think the last person that subscribed to Steve sent a very nice message on Patreon. And because you come in and I reach out and I say, hey, what anything you want, anything you like so far that you want me to do more of, less of, whatever. And he said, Steve said he has one wish. Please say on the show why male gaze ended. Little context: male gaze was honestly very weird. We should have done more with that. We should have been on the video tip. We should have been on all that stuff back then because literally that's what every podcast is now. But so that was the thing I did with Steve Hernandez, Brody Reed, and Zed Kutzinger. And this Steve, this is not Steve Fernandez, but this Steve says why male gaze ended and why it was 100% because of Steve Hernandez's polyamorous lifestyle. And yes, that is true. Steve was too poly to podcast. All of his lovers got together and actually formed a cease and desist letter, and we had to honor that because actually we were beholden to them as well. Don't want to get into that, but thank you for joining. It means a lot, and it means a lot that Gary Clown Peanut says, and all my Patreons, and if you're just listening or watching, it does mean a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have so many choices out there in the entertainment pod world. So apologies for the wait. But hey, it's my fucking podcast, okay? I get really mad. I get out of control. But I do need to apologize too. I think I even said on the last one, oh, I'm marking it down. There's a point where I coughed, and I marked it down. Didn't edit it out. Just kept it in there. Thought I got everything. I did not. And then again, yeah, just stick with me on this stuff. God, I got to figure out this mixer because that's the only way that I understand how to do it, where I can have like guests and stuff, and then have it be more fun with the audio. So again, it'll just be more work, but then I also need to figure out how to be able to do it where I just do it all, and it's like we're like recording from the screen or whatever, because it'll be a lot of work. But that being said, we're gonna have a fun app. I've got a lot of cool stuff to show you. First off, I need to plug some shows. I'm doing Santa Barbara, the Good Show, and then am I just doing it? So I click on this. Saturday, August 17th, 7:30 p.m. at Night Lizard Brewing Company on State Street in Santa Barbara. Beautiful SB. That link is also like the ticketing link is in my on all my website stuff. So if you go to like my Instagram or Twitter or whatever, you can find it there. And then I'll also be doing. I was also on Raccoon Tweeties recently. I was on Turek Books podcast. I was on the World Record podcast. Check those out. Those are all really fun. And then I have another thing coming up too. When is that? I'm doing funny games, but that's a little later. Oh, and I'm doing friendship buddies too. But those are both after this. So anyway, let's just focus on the Santa Barbara show for now. Let's see what else drops. No, we don't have drops because that didn't work. Stupid idiot outline. Stupid Alan. Stupid mixer. Blah blah blah. But you're gonna love it when we get it set up. It's gonna be fun. Let's see. So what did we do? What do we have going on? Walls. Tim Walls. Tim Walls became the choice. He was the right choice. I don't understand any of the stuff with the Shapiro guy. If you just looked at everything, it's like Shapiro's not ready for prime time. Walls is a star. Walls coined the "you're weird" thing. I'm just like, hey, this is what we do nowadays. And I don't. Also, I'm like, look, don't go crazy. These are still politicians. It will be terrible in 3 days. We will hate all these people, but it does just feel good on some level to I don't know. It's been fun. We're having fun. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm also very interested, honestly, in the, let's call it the psychosexual aspect to the Tim Walz choice, because yes, he's Midwestern. Yes, this is the exact type of voter that like everyone wants, right? This guy. But I think there's something to this. I think that this is going to be very interesting. I think that a lot of these types of guys in these states, maybe they see someone like Kamala and they think, oh, gee, that lady's different. Something's different about that lady. She's wearing a little blazer. She's laughing. She's laughing so loud. Maybe what's going on there? Maybe at a convention or something. You're at the hotel bar and somehow these guys are around a woman or two like that, and they just think about what, they're so different. What could life be? I think that we're going to see some interesting things in the electoral map because of that. That's all I'll say about that. A listener sent this to me, Tyler, Dr. Fax, on X, sent a Governor Tim Walz tweet from May 3rd, 2023. I'll put this up on the thing when I edit it. As governor of Minnesota, I cannot believe Warren Zevon was not inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is a guy who you want to be in the White House, okay? Any fan of Warren Zevon is a fan of mine. J.D. Vance has no idea who Warren Zevon is. Let's see. Oh, listen to this. Let me play this, and then I'll drop it in on the thing. But this is the other thing too. It's like they're just seem running scared. They don't know what they're doing. It's nice to see the Democrats in charge of the convo at least. I don't know what the Republicans are doing. Trump needs to dump JD like a bad habit yesterday. And if he's gonna listen to me, a winner, someone who knows what's up, you got to just bite the bullet and put Vivek in there. You got to get little mean boy in there. But he's not going to do it. I think they're going to lose. But anyway, let's check this out. This was from Fox News. This is Mike Huckabee.
She's been against walls. She's finally found walls that she likes. So this is as close as she's going to get to protecting the border. Tim walls, not real walls, Tim walls.
So anyway, that's where they're at. That's where Fox News is at. So I think that we can at least, for a minute, feel kind of okay about how things are going. Let's see, stuff I've seen around the internet today. I told you we'd be checking in more with Jeremy Fragrance. Saw this. Where am I going to put it? Here, everywhere. But wow, what a powerful thing to say for the listeners, the purely listeners. This statement is 100% approved by me. This is what Jeremy Fragrance says, and then a picture of his notes app, and it just underlined, bold, and italics, man and woman are equal. Thank you, Jeremy Fragrance. If you don't know Jeremy Fragrance, look him up. We're going to keep checking in with him throughout the run of the show. Bull crap I saw online. Oh, I saw this. This isn't really bull crap. I thought this was genuinely funny, but also I wanted to fuck with it a little bit. So let's see. Let's show y'all this. I saw this on Mark Maron's TikTok. Let's see. Here we go.
This is a pretty big day because this is the first time I've ever worn one of these baseball hats backwards. Don't tell anybody. I'm not happy about it, but I'm doing it. I'm out in the world. I'm just going to the gym. It's not going to be anything I commit to. I used to make fun of it, but I got to say, I don't mind the way it looks. But don't worry, I'm not changing.
So, as you can see, I've donned a hat in what I'm referring to as solidarity, in solidarity with Mark Maron. I realize I don't really wear a hat like this. Sometimes when I'm on a hike or I'm on the trail, I'll fuck around with the hat a little bit. Maybe I want to feel it, kind of. But yeah, I'm doing a call to action. Any of y'all out there, maybe you don't wear baseball caps, maybe you don't turn them around. Let's show Maron some love. Let's show him that we're there with him. And yeah, I just wanted to do that. See, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do stuff like that. So then when I'm editing this, I can just edit it, and then that can be its own. That can be a clip. That can go do work for the pod, for me, for you, for all of us. So more of that as we go. Got that, and I saw this. Oh my God, I saw this on Twitter. I'm on Twitter too much. I saw this. Let's just put it wherever. This is from M.A. Rothman. I don't know who it is. It's an ad. If you like, it's an ad for a book called Perimeter, a Levi Yoder thriller by M.A. Rothman. So this is from the author's page. Good for you, getting it out there. Amazon thing, whatever. But here's the quote, if you're listening. If you like Jack Reacher or Dirk Pitt, you must meet Levi Yoder. Dirk Pitt. I'm sorry. Is that Dirk? It is Dirk Pitt. It's Dirk Pitt. Dirk Pitt. Dirk Pitt. I just wrote down Dirk. D-I-R-K. Dirk Pitt. P-I-T-T. If you like Dirk Pitt, you're an idiot. No, I don't know. But who the fuck is Dirk Pitt? Jack Reacher. Okay, Jack Reacher. Dirk Pitt. Let's get to the jokes. Let's see. I don't know why, but I watched the Joe Rogan special. Mainly because I was kind of like, have I ever actually seen any of his comedy? I mean, I will not lie to you. News Radio, big fan of News Radio, the old show. Had probably 14 VHS tapes of that when I was a child, when I was too young to be into a show called that show. But he was on that. He's super funny on that. But man, it was weird. It was like there were a couple things I laughed at, but the main takeaway was I was just like, I don't know. It was just the delivery was weird. Maybe it was too big of a show or something, but or too big of a crowd or something. But I was kind of I was a little. I'm like, is he on something? Maybe I don't know. But it was very amped up, obviously. But yeah, I don't really know why I even had that down to talk about. Oh, there was a. I mean, I did laugh. Like there were parts that were funny, but yeah, I was just kind of like, wow, this delivery. There's something a little stiff about it. But anyway, let's get to my jokes. And so those, I've got bad news. I don't have any faith in humanity anymore. Don't know if you could tell. But the main reason is because humanity as a whole, all across the globe, we just had the choice to literally create a world in which we got rid of the office. We could have said goodbye, never gone back to it again, forever. And we didn't. We literally chose to go back to work. That is a cuck move. That is the most cucked move in the world. Cucks go to the office. You know who doesn't go to the office? The guy who's at home fucking your wife. Anyway, that's one reason why I don't have any faith in humanity. Do you guys hear? I don't know if I've done this one before, but do you guys hear about Nazi Richard Gere? Yeah, the rumor going around about Nazi Richard Gere shoved a Goebbels up his ass. Shoved a Goebbels up his ass. We were talking about Stolen Valor recently. Stolen Valor about the military stuff. I can't really speak to that, but my version of Stolen Valor is when I hear a comic talking about how they got a vasectomy after they had children. Nope. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Here's another one. Boy genius. What's next? Girl stupid. Come on, folks. We're having fun. God, wouldn't a drop be nice there? Jesus Christ. Let's see. I'll set this up. We're going to do some visual jokes. This is something I did on Twitter. That did fine. Whatever. I don't care about that. But I just think it was funny. So this was posted. Someone posted. Imagine being a little girl tuning into the potential first female president's rally, and you see a bunch of bitches twerking and throwing ass. Horrible. And then the picture of Megan Thee Stallion at the rally. So I retweeted it and I said, imagine being a 38-year-old man and seeing the same thing. Life is all about perspective. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, those are the jokes. Let's see. I saw Trap. I went with my friend Megan to see Trap, M. Night Shyamalan's new movie. It moved well. It was fine, but it's like a bad movie. Like the dialogue was bad. I mean, and a lot of the stuff that they did to like show that this guy's losing it, it just was weird. But that being said, it was super, super fun. Josh Hartnett was great. But it was also like the weird thing. I was like, why is this like this? Like, and then it's like, oh, his daughter, there's a, it seemed like it should have been an opportunity for like a Chapel Roan or something like that, to do like a huge, like sort of hybrid horror, concert film. But instead it was M. Night Shyamalan's daughter who was the pop star in it. And it just wasn't really there. It was a little clunky. But there was just one part. It was funny though. Like there's so many parts where he's just being like a weird dad, and also it's just funny too because he really looks like he's wearing or has the same style and hair as he did in like what was that one he was in back in the day? 40 Days and 40 Nights. That's the one I remember that was on TV all the time. But there's one part where he's like, like it's not a spoiler. That's the other thing too about it. It's like it was different than most of these movies because usually there's, obviously spoiler if you care, but there wasn't really a twist because what the twist was going in. So, and there was never like another part of it. So that to me was a little like, huh, but I liked the way it ended. I liked the way it moved. It was a fun movie, but and then I was like, did old feel that stilted? And then I did remember all the stuff about like wasn't one of the characters named like Mercedes Benz or something. So I don't know. Maybe that's all okay. Maybe that's cool. Maybe that's all good. Let's see, segment what you're reading. I'm still working on my ADD book, but I'm also like I'm reading. I'm like everything I'm reading, I'm like, wow, okay, that if that applies to me, that would make sense. And it has been making such a dent that I was like, you know what, let me get back into therapy. So I did all that stuff, and I've got my appointment tomorrow to kind of see what that is all about. The other thing too with like this stuff, it's like there's so many moving pieces with everything I feel like I'm doing in my life. I'm like I just feel myself. What do you call it? Executive function. I feel like the executives are jumping out of the skyscraper. Yeah, it's just it's been very hard to stay on top of everything. So I'm like, let me talk to someone. Let me see if maybe they got any little pills for me to take that can help me. We'll see. But just to get back into it, I haven't done that in a minute, and God, I'm trying to remember the last time I did. It was probably over a year ago or something. So could be good to get back into it. Trying to take better care of myself and all that good stuff. We'll see how that goes. The other book I'm reading because I saw him speak at Los Angeles Breakfast Club is Ed Begley Jr. To the Temple of Tranquility and Step on It. This is great. Memoir. It's like all about a lot about conservation, environmental and stuff, but a lot about just growing up in Hollywood. His dad was an actor. He was an addict for a long time. His stories are crazy, and the chapters are all digestible. So we love that. And then here's what I'm going to say about the voicemails. Bryce called in again, Hank Hill, our Hank Hill guy. He called in. He left 10 voicemails. And thank you for calling. Thank you for doing that. And it was on theme with, I think I was maybe going to do something about cars, but then my service engine light turned off. I got it taken care of or whatever. But, and then like, I was going to do a thing about like concert horror stories with the trap stuff. But, again, with just everything, I was like, I saw that there were all these voicemails and I was like, I don't want to go through all these. I don't want to sit down because I would need to go through and edit all of them. So maybe later I'll get to those. Thank you for calling in. And then I got a call too that was, well, maybe I'll play this one actually because this could be cool. You guys could actually help me. It's in Spanish. I think I understood. Went to the market with his mother and got watermelon juice and it was refreshing or something like that. But maybe if you guys speak Spanish, you guys can help me out. Here's the other thing. I took high school Spanish. I am fairly competent, like not fluent, but I'm fairly competent when it comes to reading it. I can never, ever, ever, I cannot keep up when I hear it. I just can't. So anyway, what do you guys think? Help me out.
Aló, esta llamada es para Allen Strickland Williams. Te estoy llamando aquí en Los Ángeles, güey. Fui con mi mamá, fuimos al mercado y estábamos buscando sandía, porque ahora que está el calor, una agua de sandía es muy refrescante.
It's muy refreshing. It's very refreshing.
Entonces estábamos en el mercado buscando sandías y mi mamá lo que hace es tocar la sandía con la mano, le da así, le da la sandía y con el ruido que hace la sandía, ella sabe cuáles son las sandías que son más dulces.
Very sweet.
Entonces fuimos y compramos 4 sandías, hicimos agua de sandía y ahora estamos refrescados. Muchas gracias, Allen Strickland Williams. Buen día, señor. Bye bye.
And muchas gracias to you. Thank you for calling. Yeah, I think I got the vibe of it, but again, if anyone wants to help me out there, I'd appreciate it. I don't know if maybe they're talking shit. I don't know, whatever. But I appreciate it. Thank you for the call. Thank you for listening. Let's see. Let's go out on. Do I have a poem? I think I do. Yeah. Oh no, I was going to talk about the voicemails again. So what I want to do is, I think the voicemails really should be kind of more advice based. But I had this thought because it does seem to be like, especially on YouTube stuff. Do you guys know, or are you yourself an incel? Because I think I can help these guys. I don't want to talk too big out of my britches or anything, but look, I've seen what's out there as goes for like male role models for these like young guys. I just don't know if that's the road y'all want to take. If you guys know anyone or whatever, send them my way. They're having troubles dating, flirting, whatever. You want to run anything by me? Maybe help come up with some profile stuff. Maybe that's what we should be doing with this time. I feel like I could be using my efforts in that way. You know, I've been on this dating hiatus, and I will say, it's been very good for me. I do not even know how I would expect to do anything. It's like scary to even think about. But I did at the thing that I socialized at, my friends. I just met someone, interacted with them, and it was just it was a feeling of, oh, I find this person attractive, and there's a little juice there, and that was just such a nice feeling. I realized I hadn't really felt that in a while. Maybe not with anyone new or whatever, but that was cool. That was cool. That felt good, and it was funny because it was I almost, part of me is like, oh no, am I going to pursue this and ruin everything? But also part of me is like, maybe that's enough. Maybe that was just enough of what I needed. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to say for the voicemail stuff. Let's do that going forward. 323-457-0032. Let the incels in your life know help is out there. Send them my way. Okay, we'll go out with a poem. This is called Told You So. Here we go. I've been so cynical for so long that it finally feels as if the world is catching up to me personally. And as we run towards the finish line, me and the world, two celestial bodies striding abreast, exchanging knowing glances amidst the despair, catastrophe, and those stupid things you still have to do while everything goes to shit, I feel my cynicism thaw and crack, like ice in a highball glass once liquor envelops the noisy cubes. And as the race comes to its end, what is that we see evident in the photo finish? Could it be? My word, I can't believe it. I'm smiling. Guys, thank you for listening. This is Finding My Audience. You're the audience. You're important to me. I hope I'm important to you. God damn it. I appreciate y'all for sticking with me. Keeps me going. I'll see y'all in the funny papers. Almost forgot. God, I would have killed myself.